You guys want to look at some knives? Let's do that. What's going on, everybody? I got some knives. I've got a whole bunch of knives here. I just got in probably about, let's say, 12 knives. Okay, now I've got 2 knives today. Let's use proper grammar for these 2 budget knives. Each knife, exactly the same price in the market, as far as I know, as far as you know. A canku and a Swiss Tech. I'm doing 2 knives for this reason. I was gonna do how I like to do 3, 4, 5 knives in 1 week, and they're all kind of the same style knives, and I decide which one I like the best. And you get to see 5 budget knives, you get to see 5 bangers, you get to see 5 titanium knives, you get to see 5 G10, Micarta, whatever the hell they got out there. I like to grab 5 in a row. You know what I'm saying? 5 bad boys, and I put them up against each other. They go into the battle royale, the rumble in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? I like to do that. But I decided not to do it on this style knife. And what it was like chunkers. I call them chunkers. Big, heavy, crazy looking knives. Just something that look carnivorous. They look jacked up. They look like they're roided out. But I wanted to find them on a budget. I could only find 2 or 3. One knife kept punching me in the face. It was the canku. Let's look at this. Says made in China, of course. The canku C1137. I need my glasses. Got my glasses on. I can see. This is the canku CANKU C1137 folding K ... G outdoor knife, black. So this knife right here, let's take these back off. Sometimes I don't like looking too smart. I want you all to think I'm not so smart. Wardrobe change. Look at that, looking good. Fix the bill. Check out the drip. I got the Corona beer t-shirt. Like me some summer Coronas in the summertime. I got a Columbia. Look at this Columbia with the camo, hints of camo. This is the fleece button up. The drip's strong today. Matching up with a little brown cap. Got the full beard going in the dead of winter. Maybe I'll wear the glasses. No, don't like the glasses much. So this is the canku. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. That's the chonker. This is a big boy. I was excited about this knife. I got it. Ordered 2 accidentally. Now this knife has a G10 scale on one side. Look how big that thing is. And then it has a frame lock metal on the other side. Look at this pocket clip. Pocket clip's kind of crazy looking. Look how big it is. It goes from here to there. Okay, so I looked at this knife and I'm like, this is funky. This is crazy. What's this going on here? Is that a thumb stud? No, it's not a thumb stud. Is there a thumb stud? No. There's just a fuller on each side and it's rounded. It's like bull-nosed going in, so it's smooth. Your finger doesn't catch a grip. They should have left an edge on the outer part right here. This outer part, an edge, so your thumb could grab that or your finger could grab it easy. See? Now this is it's a heavy knife, dude. Specs, if I have any, are gonna go right about specs right there. Thumbs up. But look at this sucker. So I have 2. Of course, my buddy Billy was over and he was like, I kind of like this thing. It's crazy. So I gave him the other one. That's how we do. All right. He's got the other one. The other one's oiled up and running smooth, right? So I had to oil this one up. When you buy a knife, specifically a $29 knife, D2 steel, hollow grind, compound grind. See how the grind changes. It's got like a drop point modified tanto. See that stuff? I like using that tip of that tip of the knife. That tip too, but that tip of the knife when I can, when I have that opportunity. Now, the knife that Billy has, I was able to push the frame lock all the way in. Can't do it on this one. So that one must be missing a nub. A tit. It's missing a tit. Right on the bottom part of that blade, there should be a tit or a nub. Just looking for an excuse to say tit. All right, a tit or a nub that stops that frame lock from going full lock up. Right, this one has it, that one doesn't. So Billy got the bad one. We won't tell him, okay? Now this is a heavy blade. It's oiled up. Come on, man, that thing should drop. There's no detent on this thing. There's absolutely no detent. Look. That thing should be slamming shut. You know, it should be slamming shut. It doesn't. Just right here, it gets a little nub. Little push. There is only one way to open this knife is like that, right? Wrong. You put a little oil on it. Without oil, it's still going to open that way, but you gotta really, but I got a little oil on this bad boy. It's cold. It's warmer out. All right. I like that. I know that's not probably preferred in the knife world by the experts, but when you're a dummy like me, you like that. All right. Just like that. I wasn't happy with this knife at first. Don't give up on your knives. I was gonna, you know, I don't do this. I was gonna send it back. I was gonna send them both back. Now Billy's got one, I got one, and I like it. I do. Now, if this is really D2 steel, I really like it, but I'm guessing it's gonna be kind of funky monkey steel. You know what I'm saying? But look at this stinker. G10 right here on this side. G10. Steel frame lock on this side. You can get it all steel if you want. I like the G10. I like the knife. I am very surprised. I'm not suggesting you buy it, okay? I'm not. Now, as far as big knives with D2 steel, bearings, but they're probably not very good bearings. They're definitely not ceramic. They're going to be just a cheap metal bearing because this should be a lot more hydraulic. No detent whatsoever. None. You know, it just doesn't suck in until right about there. I don't want to recommend this unless you're like, you got $30 in your pocket saying, hey, I want a big old chunk of metal that's kind of cool and hope you get one with a tit on it. This one's got a tit. Billy's titless. His knife's titless. But it's a fun, big knife. And I don't know if you're going to be able to find anything that is like it as good as $30 can be. You're not going to find anything like it in that price range with the D2 and the steel and the bearings. You know, you're just not gonna. So make sure when you buy this, you buy this KPL original oil. You buy that. You're gonna open it up. Where's my oil at? I'm looking for my Earl. I call it Earl. Every knife enthusiast should have some kind of knife oil, whatever, but KPL. I love KPL. I get the original. You know, some of the other guys will get heavy, they'll get the thinner. You got options. But it comes with this applicator, this steel applicator nozzle that reaches down in there and you can drop a drop of oil right on each side of the bearing. You just open your knife up or you do it on the back side and you just drop that in there, work your knife, work the oil into the bearings, into the pivot, and you'll get some decent action on any knife. Every knife owner that likes to buy budget knives, good knives, whatever, budget knives, this is your friend. Trust me. So I think this is like maybe $7-8 here. Boom. All right, $7-8. This here's 29 something. Boom, right there, right? You buy these two together, you're looking at under $40, and you get that. You get that right there. All right, let's look at the second knife. Now I'm doing this because this is the knife you should buy. Swiss Tech. The Swiss Tech wurdig, the wurdig. Yeah, the wurdig. Okay, this knife, Oz 8 steel, bearings, micarta, thumb disc, fancy box. Look at this. Let's open her up. This is, you know what this reminds me? This is like a Barbie box. Look, and there's Barbie. If you're a knife, this is the Barbies of knife collectors. The Barbie doll. This knife is she's a sweetheart. I think for $29, if you can find this Swiss Tech right here, this wurdig. Look at this. Okay. 2024 budget knife of the year. Should have been 2023 because it was out in 2023 for sure. Would have been, is this knife right now. My buddy Tim Schoolfish, Timmy, he said, hey, I'm gonna send you a few knives you can talk about. I said, thank you. I appreciate that because I buy a lot of knives. So does he. You know, so he sent me some of these knives. You know what he's doing? Because Timmy's always selling his knives. Watch this video. Shoot, camera. Watch. Camera keeps falling. Watch this video right here. See that video? Selling knives. Always selling knives. He's got hundreds. He's got so many knives and he's always selling them. Send him a message. Say, Timmy, what you selling? He'll message you back right away. He'll say,
I'm selling this, I'm selling that, I'm selling $29.95.
Yep. So he sent me these knives and I love them all. Knife knowledge. So I call it knifeage. All right. Now, this thing's got bearings. This drops better than that big heavy blade. And I've never handled a thumb disc before and I'm liking it. I like the way it looks. Of course, the micarta is just fine, you know? It's not a deep pocket carry, as you can see. You know, drop my knife. Oh, getting old. Man, I'm getting old. It's got hints, it's got accents. This anodized, I believe, aluminum disc and tailpiece, backspacer, whatever you want to call it, is awesome. You know I love my little accents. I love them. I love a little pop of color. Look at a little gold crown sticking out right there. All right, let's get back to knife of 2024. This is going to be tough to beat. This is under $30 by pennies, but under $30. Oh, we were talking D10 earlier on the other knife. Let's check the D10 out on this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Not great. Could be better. But, did you hear that? Whew. Great action. I love this knife. I love it. Love it. Buy a Swiss Tech wurdig, folks. Get yourself one. You will love it. If you're like me and you're anything like me, you like a bead blast. You're perfectly fine with Oz 8. You like micarta. You don't care about the deep pocket carry. It is reversible. See, boom, boom, 2 holes for you to plop that. Unscrew those on the other side. If you like yourself some hints of color, if you like a thumb disc, it's got a thumb disc. Look at that. No heavy billboarding whatsoever. Just says Oz 8 at the base. Right here where the plunge grind is, right there. Okay, sharpening tool is a little small, but who cares? I don't care about that. Love this knife. I would take this knife to dinner. I would take this knife to the warehouse. I would take this knife to work. I would take this knife to the office. I would take this knife anywhere. I love it. That's just me. Get it. Get this knife. Trust me, if you don't like it, I'll buy it off you. Maybe.